Happy Friday, everybody. I just wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about some things that I've had on my heart, definitely on my mind, especially over the last week when I have dealt with some of the most excruciating pain that I've dealt with in a while. If you know me, you know that I deal with chronic pain. That's just part of my life. The last week I've been sleeping with ice packs on my leg, on my hip, on my back, trying to figure out what in the world has been going on. And yesterday I went and I was set up for an RFA, and I actually had two, maybe three epidurals in L4 and 5 to try and address this massive pain in my leg. So I really kind of got to the point where I was thinking, what in the world? I almost hit a breaking point, and I thought, looking around, the communities and looking around social media, I have seen a lot of people that have kind of gotten to that point, or I felt maybe people are at that point. We've all been at that point. So I thought I'd come in here and talk a little bit about what do you do when you feel like you've reached, I'm at my breaking point. What do you do when you've gotten to the breaking point? Um, a lot of people have even said, I'm waving the white flag. I'm at that point. I want to give up. I want to give in. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I've been putting a lot of thought into that. My first thought was, sitting out my back patio the other day, and thoughts are, racing through my head, kind of just going through, how much longer can I go with this? How much longer can I deal with this constant, overwhelming pain? We all get consumed with thoughts, and they kind of go and they go and they go. And then I sat there and I stopped and I thought, oh my gosh, if we don't stop and capture those thoughts and turn them off, we are going to be consumed by those, and we can very easily get into a horrible place, not just mentally but emotionally, and then those release toxins into our body. Scientific, psychological fact. They will then release negative toxins into our body that will actually increase our pain level. This is nothing I haven't spoke of before. It's something that my physical therapist in pain management has even talked to me about. I've blogged about it, I think. I've posted about it. And so I wanted to say, instead of waving the white flag, put the flag down. Put your hands up and stop and inhale and exhale and drop those thoughts where they are. Just drop it. And try and focus on one good thing, just one. Even if it's a time when you were well, even if it's something that happened in your day that's a good thing, a good moment, something that can take you to a place of joy, a place of happiness. Just close your eyes and meditate on that, because what's going to happen is you're going to watch your facial features change. You're going to feel a sense of release and calm go over your body. And then what's going to happen is you are actually and literally going to release endorphins in your body. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it everywhere. And the thing about social media is it's like a double-edged sword. It can be a blessing, and it can also be a curse. Because if you're in that moment where you feel as if you're at your breaking point, and then you pop on social media, no matter where it is, if it's on Twitter and you're not even connected to, a chronically ill community, and you're just looking through maybe news or weather or, friends or family or whatever, and you're constantly seeing negativity, 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 all that's going to do is bring you down. And I know it's easy when things are going well and the sun is shining and you're feeling great to be in those happy moments. But when things aren't going great and you have pain in your body and your doctors are handing you report after report after report, it's very hard to stay positive, to stay in that consistent mindset of pulling from your reserve of happiness and moments where you can keep yourself lifted up. But you know what? Even in those moments of rain and in those moments of storm, if you really close your eyes and you listen, even the rain has a beautiful melody. Even the storm carries a sound all its own, unique to its own. If you listen to it and you change your perspective, you can hear a melody and a sound in anything. So in those moments when you feel like you've reached your breaking point, I encourage you to get in your own space, in your own place. If you need to step away and unplug and get by yourself for an hour a day, maybe 2, if you can get some alone time, read a book, listen to a book, put on a funny movie or a comedy, or listen to some good music, take a bath, take a warm shower if you can stand up and do that. Grab an ice pack, put it on your head, put it on your neck, put it wherever your pain is. Grab your essential oils if those work for you, ginger candies or some hot tea. But try and focus on you. Get in a space where you are just totally focusing on you and decompose. Find that place of rest and release for yourself, because it's okay to take that time for you. And I don't know who you're following or who you're, plugging into as your network, but find a friend, find, if church is your thing, find a church group, a support group, find something that you can connect to. I have people that I turn to or text or call or I follow that have illnesses like mine that I can tap into and connect. And I remember years and years and years ago, I went in to talk to somebody about a situation that I was going through. And they said, well, I've never been there, but I totally tuned them out. Because how is someone that has never gone through what I've gone through able to speak to me? So there are people out there that say they have an illness or say they can relate, but yet I never see them posting anything about illness. They say that this is what I see, this is what I hear, but maybe they share great articles or maybe they share things that actually pertain to us, but they're out there cranking it. I don't know that I can actually relate to these people because they're not in a position to actually be able to offer me help or offer me encouragement or even tips or tools on how to make it. Because, yeah, maybe they're sharing good information, but how can they speak to where I am at in my life if I'm not able to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm having this symptom, I'm going through this, what has worked for you? I don't think that they can offer me assistance because I never hear them actually speak to a place in their life that they have been to or been through and have been able to overcome that, because I never hear them speak about illness. And that's not saying anything necessarily bad about them. It's just that I like to try and find or follow or connect with people that have been there, done that, and actually have tips and tools for the journey. So there's a lot of great things on social media, but sometimes there's also a time and a place, especially when you feel as if you're getting to that breaking point, where a good disconnect is actually a really healthy thing. Because sometimes we get overwhelmed and we get bombarded with too much stuff. And we just need to take that time away for ourselves, Find a good partner, find a good resource. And some people are out there saying, well, I don't have that. Well, my suggestion to you is there's millions of people out there. There's lots of great support groups. I'm sure that if you asked, someone would be more than willing to connect with you or private message you and put in the effort and the time and the energy to build a relationship with you. Believe you me, I know. I don't have a huge family support that actually understands this illness or the multiple chronic debilitating issues that I go through. However, I have through the years found a few seriously marvelous girlfriends that I can call or text or PM or Skype with on any given moment. And because we've put in the time and the effort to get to know one another, they relate to pretty much everything that I'm dealing with. So there are people out there that are there for you. And they know that when I need my time and my space, I just say, hey, listen, it's a lot right now. I'm in a lot of pain, or I have a migraine. I just can't be there right now. And we respect each other's time. So if you feel like you've reached your breaking point, I'm telling you, tomorrow will come. It always does. Hang in there. There are people that love you and care about you. Be very careful of what you put in here and how long you let it stay. It's okay to vent. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get it out. Just don't let it overwhelm you, because if you never release it, you're going to explode. Find a therapist, find a talk group, find counselors, find a church, find a movie, find great music, find your oils, an ice pack, a bath, detox from social media for a day or two. Don't let people constantly shove negativity down your throat. That seriously is going to release negative toxins in your body. But I guarantee you, a good laugh, a funny movie, people that can just let you vent and then turn it into something fun or funny or a time of release or positivity that's going to release positive endorphins, serotonin into your body, that's going to then turn that into an environment where your body actually then can self-heal. It's scientific, look it up, I'm not kidding. Then you can have that time where you're taking a day or two, or just an hour maybe, or a couple of hours for yourself, where you can just have that moment of release and privacy. And you don't have to put it all out there. If you want to put it all out there on social media, go ahead. If you don't want to, then don't. But if you feel like you're reaching a breaking point, I'm telling you, you can make it. I believe in you. I believe in me. I've done this for a really long time, and I know that others have done it for a much longer time than me. I've had about 30 procedures. I know that others have had a lot more than I have. This chronically ill journey is tough. It's not for the weak. But together, we can do it. I know that we can. So I know that we are going through a lot. January has been hard on so many. But I just wanted to offer my love and my encouragement to anybody out there that's struggling. And if you need to take time for you, take time for you. Self-care is not selfish. It's so important. So do what you need to do for you. And reach out to me if you need to. I'll try to be there as I can, of course. Illness forbearing. But I'll do what I can. You are seriously treasured and cherished and loved, and you're never alone. I hope you have a great Green Friday, and take time for you. You definitely deserve it, and you seriously have earned it. Have a great